We still got plenty of side quests to do in Final Fantasy XIV, so let's get to it and not waste more time talking. But we've got one more of the set of 3 to finish, and then we can go pick up 3 more. But, oh, come, get off it. There's one more in another letter. Man. Do not like that bean. That is a lose-lose bean for me, because I don't like coffee either. But it's lose or really lose. Oh no! No. There's a hunt I need to... It was liver and onion. Which, oddly enough, the onion in that one is overpowering. Gives you a very serious onion taste at first, and then it, like, follows with vileness. I don't... Coffee does not make me gag. Oh, I've got 2 more quests here. Alright. The 2 of you have been together for probably what feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. I'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you, but that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Koopa nuts. You'd do good to remember that. Yeah, dogs are good. Bringing together 3 men from differing backgrounds was not to be without some difficulty. However, come together we did for a better Valisthea. The triunity was but a first step. A longer, more bitter journey awaits us all, one that will most certainly end in hardship. Yet what matters most is not the destination, but what we can learn from one another while on the road there. You have paved that road for us with your courage, Clive. Now we must have the courage to walk it. Let's see. Master Clive, I'm aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
A tale to tell? Alright. Okay, Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with From a Distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought I should never set my eyes on it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself, but now I am whole again thanks to you. Isn't it odd how sentimentality works? I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your side, ever be in your debt. Words. What? You didn't think I were just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I could bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless.
I can stun the ladies.
I know. This one I saw. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavily on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private. Sure.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Well, she was trying to make the airship. How are you doing, Rocket? Sorry I missed your stream yesterday. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosario sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? Yeah, I know. What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths? Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Alright. Well, there's more quests. So that other job opportunity fell through? I'm sorry. But hey, at least you should be past market, so things shouldn't be as bad right now, right?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
That is why I came to see you,
making
yes.
amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting.
Well, maybe he would be happy to see you.
The evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people.
Are they something that you could be trained to do? The reason I ask is because in some places, if they're having trouble finding a suitable candidate, sometimes they'll be willing to train someone to do it. So even if you're not exactly qualified, it might still be worth applying anyway. You never know. I'm not trying to get your hopes up by any means. Be realistic about it, but you know, sometimes they just might be like, hey, we needed a person to do X, nobody's applying. It looks like a move that you could make to whatever this new job is. Yeah, okay.
Expectation.
Okay, yeah, that requires a medical training experience. That makes sense.
That weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see.
That is a responsibility I would not want on my shoulders.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace.
That's a flower? It sounds like a
and
monster part.
all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no...
You know what the really gross thing is about that bean? Its aftertaste is kind of like French onion soup. This bean might ruin French onion soup for me. Hey, I've seen trained nurses who do that. So, you know.
Likely a location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Yeah, I'm really sorry though, Rocket, and I hope you find something you really love at some point. Some point soon.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
She's withdrawn.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. And to let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her.
Giggity.
How to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course.
Take her to
Remember the
Rosalind?
time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill.
Is that what we're calling sex these days?
It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Okay. Wow. Rocket just goes for the straight term. All right. Let's see. This is going to be the Wild Wyvern Tale. Back here again. What am I doing? There's an S rank. I was going to hunt that S rank first. Hang on. Where is it? I'm not wandering around looking for these things. I don't know what you mean. That doesn't sound like me. All right. Yes, the Masterless Marauder. Where is that? Okay, it's in the Kingdom of Waloed, near Vidargraze. Vidargraze. Only because my heart isn't in it, Rocket. This is not Waloed. Should be pretty close to up here. Oh, it's another freaking behemoth. What, so Ari can just suck at lying again for like 2 hours? That was hilarious. She just can't help herself. Just like, oh, hubby's here. No, we can't. Ari's working on something. Behemoth King, great. It was fun.
Specimens too.
Yeah, finally hit him with that. Man! Man, this is going so much better than that Kuza Beast. No, no. Oh, that was a bad time for a lag spike. Okay. Why was that not a counter? Alright. Oh, I didn't restock my potions before I came out here. That's a problem. Well, so far I'm doing far better on this fight than I anticipated. I really struggled with that one, what's the name of that place down there? No, not that map. Go away. This place. Belmont Dark. No. Rain of Fire. That seems bad. Whoa, that's cool looking. Oops. Sure. This seems bad. Sure, I can play around with it. Okay, and the big meteors. Oh, twice. Oh, get out, 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 get out. Man. Oops. Oh, here we go again. It's a pretty fight, that's for sure. Okay. Big meteors. Big meteors. Oh, that one still hit me. Out, 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 out. Quite the dance.
Let's roll ready.
Finally. That was a fun fight. Behemoth Shackle.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Let's see. Let's go back here and refill our stuff real quick. Yep. What the other reason why I'm going back here right now.
So, what'll it be?
Alright, what can we make? Defender, Circle of Heaven. I can make this if I waste an orichalcum, which I don't want to do. And this I still need Darksteel for, which I don't know where that comes from.
That it? Fine.
Yeah, the good news about the next time that we do Among Us is the fact that Ari and I have different offices now. So we can avoid that crosstalk problem we had the last time.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Okay, nothing new with the Renown Vendor with that. Where is Odin's thing? The chronolith for that? Did I discover that somewhere? Is it this? The Hand of Rhea? I love how this quest is in the middle of freaking nowhere. Hang on. The Hand of Enceladus? Sinwalud. I didn't find it. It's where the it's where this this stupid orphanage place was. The Prince of Death or Thanatos? No. Or if I have, I didn't know that's what they were. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a quick poke at it real quick, and then we'll get back to side quests. Yeah! Never gets old for me. I am but a simple creature of habit. Yeah, keep barking at me with those claw marks in your face. Is he a hunt? The hunt board is clear for me. Are there, like, hidden hunts?
That'll do, girl.
Okay. That's fine. You did ask me to poke at Odin, so that's where I'm going.
Oh.
Am I diverting? Oh, you're telling me where I can get the dark steel. I see. Well, I've got Ragnarok, which is the second best weapon in the game, which should help a bit. Whoa! I meant to counter that, not parry it, but okay. This stupid wyvern never knew what hit it. Oh, it's still alive. Alright. Okay. Odin's chronolith. Where was that? Wrong map. Oh, because I'm going the wrong way. It doesn't look like this valley extends on, but it does. Yeah, now I'm going the right way. Okay. Ah, right there. All right. Let's take a poke at this. Yeah, sure. We'll start the trial with an icon we've never used before. No problem. Okay. Heaven's Cloud. Surge forward to strike an enemy. Whoa. That's really cool looking. Okay. Land a fully charged Xantaxis gun. Steel counter. Who started that? That was not me. Okay, that's... We'll do... Dancing Steel. Let's do that. The Heaven's Cloud is in this, yes. Okay. Oh, no. That's the wrong one then. Okay. So then I need... Let's do that. Whoa. Okay. I don't know how to use it. Yeah, I see it's ready. I don't know how to use it.
If only there was something on the screen.
Oh, got it. Thank you. Oops. Oops. I'm in serious trouble here. Okay. Causing a steel counter. I'm going to try that again now that I know how Zantetsuken works. And I thought I still had the Berserker Ring equipped. I noticed I wasn't getting the precision dodge thing anymore. Oops. Hit that a little too late. Hit that too late too.
Nice try.
Why did that not parry?
It's over.
Okay, Odin's attack's pretty cool. I'm hurting though. His stuff does not build limit break very quickly. Next. Rift Slip. Used to recover immediately from any... Cancel recovery time from a previously landed attack 3 times in a row. Okay. Oops. I keep trying to parry that just a second too late. There we go. I'm not wasting Zantetsuken on him. Gotta. I was trying to friggin' parry that. No! Okay.
Dying on duty is a treasonous offense, punishable by death.
All right. Yeah, no problem. I like Odin's abilities, but the fact that I feel like I lose control to dodge during some of that stuff, and the fact that his abilities don't charge the limit break meter very much makes my HP recovery options slim. So you have to be extremely judicious about when you use certain abilities. I do appreciate the chronolists as a training exercise for the icons. They're very, very good at that.
Run like the wind.
I just wish that I just wish they were boss related, not trash related. That's the only thing that keeps me from not liking them. Besides the fact that I'm kind of out of time to do them. I need to get to Alien Isolation soonest.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
I hear the waterfall over here.
Hi, I'm looking for Ray Finkel. And a clean pair of shorts.
Yes. And I'm not certain why I carried it over from Squirtbot. I never intended to play Alien ISO again.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
It should work with the whisper mechanic. Let's double check that real quick. It does auto delete though, if you use it. So it is the alien command. Give it a go. This is not where I meant to go. Auto delete trigger. Enabled, hidden, ignore bot account. Weird. Okay. So I've removed the auto delete trigger.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
If you whisper the bot, it should work.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Okay. I've done it a different way. Could you try it again?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Can I help you with something? You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fan.
So was that a whisper from the bot to the bot? Like, how did you do that? So you whispered me, Rocket, not the bot. That should theoretically work. Okay. Could you try the alien command in chat again? And
But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest
I've
you
tried
try
another
Rhiannon's Rot.
another different way of auto
There's a silver
deleting the
chocobo
message.
scene
I'd
there.
like to see if it makes a difference.
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Gotcha. All right. Testing completed. It deleted your specific message and it didn't clear chat. Yeah, we were testing a command. Sorry about that, Rex.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly.
Alright, I'm looking for one more person. Speak with the merchants. Would one of them be in there?
We've got a few rooms going spare,
No, not you. Upstairs, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so there is a Firebot action called delete message, where it will delete the message associated with the command. And that will provide the intended effect without clearing chat. I don't know why the checkbox clears the chat. It shouldn't. Excuse me. Where the frick is this third person?
Whoever's idea it was to take those bears.
No. This is too wide a radius for this quest. Speak with the merchants. Yeah, now the only thing okay, thank you. The only thing is that I can see that a message was deleted and who said it, but it won't appear on screen when it happens.
You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
This reminds me, I heard someone on our team today use the phrase rocking horse poo. And I was like, everybody stopped and was like, what? And it was in a description of looking for something you're never likely to find. Rocking horse poo. It's an Irish phrase. I'd never heard it before.
A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Tride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
I suspect he gave us the sanitized version because we were in a professional setting. It brought a professional meeting to a standstill when he said that, because we were all like, what? I already did that once during a raid. And WoW. She brought our guild to a halt for like 5 minutes because she wanted to show everyone how OP we were. And she phrased it by showing everyone our OP-ness. Phrases you didn't quite think through before you said them. So we had to spend like 5 minutes laughing.
My bandits for a change.
Yep.
More tracks.
Oh, she heard that.
And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Rex says hi. I presume Rocket will say hi in a moment. Yep, there it is. She has her door closed, so if she's talking back, I can't hear her. I don't intend to. A silver chocobo feather.
Well, I'll be damned.
We found ourselves a rumor. Wow.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah, that always works on wild animals. Did they just give us the "you better not look" and then walk away?
Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
A silver chocobo feather for Edda. Alright. Alright, we got the wild wyvern tail. Let's head down here. Okay, and this is where we're going to get some of those snow flowers for Jill. Oh, okay. Every time the game takes the camera away and fades in like that, I'm like, oh, it's a hunt?
This is the place, but...
no flowers.
I'm sorry, Clive.
Oh, penis is a word, okay?
No, it's not.
I say it is.
Rex and Rocket said hi.
Hi. I'm so tired. Does Rocket know I got the job with the 4th grade thing?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's been having job difficulties of her own. I didn't want to rub it in.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, there you go. Now you know.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
I appreciate that, and I admit I was probably being a little oversensitive there, but given the problems that you were having and have been continuing to have with your job search, I didn't want to be like, well, Ari found a job. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's
I just
hope one
wanted
of the
to...
gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
You know, I didn't want to, like, pour salt in the wound or anything like that.
No trouble at all.
Yeah, she got a job working as a 4th grade teacher for a Michigan virtual school. And to be completely honest, she has a coworker she loves, but the place is kind of a shit show.
I appreciate it.
They've got a lot of things that need to happen. 4th grade, she's co-teaching with a partner. She really loves her partner. Fast friends. Ari teaches math and science. Her partner teaches reading, social studies, and... What?
reading, writing, and social studies.
Reading, writing, and social studies. Math and science are what Ari wanted to teach, and the other three are what her partner wanted to teach. So
my partner gets to teach all the boring stuff, and I can teach the fun stuff.
Yeah. So it's a co-teaching gig. When one's teaching, the other one's working with the individual students. It's all virtual and online. Their training has been a bear, and they've got a lot of problems. But hopefully, once Ari can break out of it and start doing the actual teaching and working along with her coworker, it should be good. I'm hoping. See, the fun stuff is different depending on the person.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before
Good evening,
long.
Fex. How are you?
Even if you hadn't have turned up, they'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
I think that was awfully
You
fast.
can give it to yourself. Come on.
You made it. Oh, look at Gav. He's so excited.
Fix, you're amazing.
I understand. Let's go ahead and turn in this thing with Harpocrates first.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Could always go sailing. I'm sure Saber and Kaze would join you if Kaze is still awake.
Indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
Yeah, Dion,
It's
get
no
in
trouble.
here.
I'll go and fetch him.
Just thought I'd do a hop and a skip on the stairs
Your
for
Highness.
fun.
Would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No, not for that.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates.
Yes.
No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done.
But he wants to see you.
I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must.
He said without moving his lips.
My gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Dude, he's like 10 steps away. It's not that hard to find.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
I'm glad Clive's not ruining it for him. Good. Let them have a private moment.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue.
It is a pretty flower.
Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent.
I love the difference in the game directors between Final Fantasy 15 and 16. 15, they're like, I want the food to look real, like you just ordered it, like exactly the way it would look and move. And 16, they're just like, nah, man, forget the food, focus on the flowers.
In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it. Just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm. For only then shall I be deserving of it.
If you wish.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stola squill. Or more precisely, my stola squill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
I really love the quests, these side quests. There's such character growth in them. Bahamut's Mercy? Dang. Of course Dion has a Bahamut accessory. Excuse me for a moment, please. I will be right back. Okay. Back to it.
Whatever. Baldy, pass me a sensu bean.
What, do you think I'm just giving these away? Because I'm not.
Pomegranate or old bandage?
Say what you will.
Thank you, Doc. Ugh. At least this one didn't almost make me puke. That liver and onion one, man. That is the vilest bean I've ever had. Ever.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
It's just a floor up. I wouldn't call that the
Joshua
heavens.
and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start.
We
there
did
in the Royal
start
Meadows,
there.
perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Oh, it's like caught in my teeth.
Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned...
You know, like, if you get a card in the mail, that, like, rubber cement stuff that they stick to the back of it to make it stick to the paper, it feels like I just peeled off a bunch of that and ate it.
The Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recall that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn in this quest while we're at it. A quest that we started the stream with 75 minutes ago. Man, I'm never finishing these side quests.
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
Okay. I think I went the long way on this one, but alright. Yoo-hoo!
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, me lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Oh, Gab's got that love and feeling.
Fancy a swift off. I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Yeah, don't twist my arm about it.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say
Not to be
about that.
Mari here, but you are not the father.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls.
You're wrong about that.
I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
Way to pull him out of self-pity there, Clive.
I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Gav is like head over heels for that girl. Okay. We got something new with the renown vendor. Let's go see what we got.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Fallen Enigma.
Here you are.
So that is the last of the renown
Come
items.
again.
Okay,
I
so I don't need to check that out anymore. And Rocket was talking about a hunt for the dark steel. Let me make sure I hadn't missed something. Pretty sure. Nah, the trophy says I got them all. What was that item I got? We've had first trophy, yes. Alright, let's search for some more flowers. I love the character growth in these quests. They're so good. Ooh! And we'll pick up this one while we're on the way, since we've dumped 2 of them.
What does the dame have to say about it?
I would speak with this.
Let's see if that viceroy is busy throwing out the town. I don't remember how that ended. Viceroy is the wrong term.
Your town needs
I forget what his role was.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
Sure.
What is it?
It's the Duke.
unsurprisingly.
Duke, okay.
His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications.
Well, it's a good thing he's
The town was
listening
left
to
all
feedback.
but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically
Sounds
willing
about
to
right.
assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive.
I bet she does.
What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble.
Oh.
I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Sure.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason.
No, we tried that before.
No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
How do you propose we do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from north.
Thank you for looking that up. I have never heard the word supercilious before. That's cool.
Reach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle...
Fair. It is a bit hypocritical.
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully,
Yeah,
my lady.
that was what I was going
Our
for.
only chance of saving this
Perfect.
town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve. Which may
She's
be
not
enough to
wrong
seal
there.
The fate of this town. Not that she cares.
But, I mean, like, you've got to do something. He's going to militarize the town regardless. You have to do something.
This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
I mean, if you're proposing what I think you're proposing, I think something could be arranged. Stress away. Yes, she has assets, to be sure.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants.
All right,
You
let's.
heard what she said. The
Oh, we're... Okay, yes. We are headed for the flower first. Good, good, good. Okay. Yoink. Man, I don't even want to think about poking at Bahamut's chronolith. I really enjoy the icons that have combat synergies, or particularly counters.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
I would start where that green circle is on the map. I see a bunch of dead creatures. Why do you ask?
I do. The flowers and our friends. What do you see, boy?
Please don't be a hunt. Oh, crap. Okay.
Let's hope this is the last one.
What? I just...
Only one way to find out.
No, Joshua, don't delay them. Can we pick flowers now? Y'all could have lived if you would just let me pick a flower and leave.
Harder than I expected.
That's what she said.
But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
I mean, they are pretty flowers, but...
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, back to the hideaway.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Okay, let's go see Jill.
There's something about it.
Oh.
I feel like it's
I kind of expected Jill to be in the infirmary, since that's where she's been stationed most of the time in the hideaway. Alright. Howdy do, Jill.
There's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Oh.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
Yeah, it's what it looks like when you still have clothes on.
I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was nothing to them. A pawn at best.
A piece to be played on a political chessboard.
So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
People want the things they can't have.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me.
Well,
and
you might find if you try sometimes,
again,
you get what you
again.
need.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small.
Get off your
I
high
need some
horse,
space
lady.
to spread my wings.
then
That's dictator talk right there.
that's what you'll have.
I'm sorry this continent is
I'll
too
stop at
small for
nothing
you.
to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
At least until it rots and dies.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers.
What, did you just throw away a brick? What was that?
Pretty much.
Everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
So I take it from your comments in this, did you not do the side quests when you played through the game, or did you not get all the way through it? Ah.
We should probably be getting back.
I assume that you kind of no-lifed it and like finished it in 3 or 4 days.
There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Yeah. I understand. Shiva's Kiss reduces Diamond Dust cooldown by 7.5. Diamond Dust is already so fast. That's nice, though. Sometimes you gotta do what you do. Oh! Now I have Joshua. Okay, cool. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do just to survive. I completely understand. I used to be that way with Diablo 3. Like, if I just had, like, some spare time, I would just go run a dungeon real quick and zen out for a bit.
He'd have our coin. I'll stop it.
So you are content to abandon... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach.
How far does the game go? Is it like 4 or 5? The only real roguelike that I ever got into was Everspace.
Thank you.
Well, and FTL is not a roguelike. Because you don't get to really, if I recall in FTL, you don't really get to upgrade your capabilities that much. But
so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her late.
The Hand of the Kind, you get a boss. Oh, the Hand of the King. Okay, that makes more sense. Last boss. There are 5 bosses. Do you have to beat them in sequence? Like, if in order to get to the last boss, do you have to defeat 5 of those boss cells in a single run through? Oh, I see. So it's like a difficulty slider. Yeah, I admit I'm a little confused by the term boss cell. But Okay. So every time you beat the Hand of the King, it ramps up the difficulty of the game, so it becomes this, like, stabilizing plateau every time you beat it. And once you've got 5 of them, then the final boss becomes available. Okay.
Your ship seems to have a way
Interesting.
with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual
Glad you're
friend thought
enjoying
you
it,
might
though.
welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right, as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't
Is
been able
that
to
the
confirm
final
anything
boss,
yet, but
or...
if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my
Not
way.
bad.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here
The
later.
little bit I got to see of you streaming it, you seem to be very proficient at it. But I'm not one to judge, never having played the game before. Oof.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
I can take care of this. A lot of you fools. Gather up, children. I feel like the pattern. I feel like the reflex reaction would actually be more difficult.
Call that a test, Ultima?
What?
Clive, it's me.
Because it means you have to always be on guard. At least with pattern recognition, once you recognize a pattern is coming, you can kind of relax mentally while you handle that pattern. It gives you like a few seconds to just kind of like breathe. Whereas reflex recognition is like always got you on edge, like, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing?
All right.
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time.
Testing your
You might be able to
defenses?
fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. Now, you head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople. Stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. I think that's the reason why I actually prefer doing boss enemies in games like this or in God of War or whatever. these pattern recognition fights is that one-on-one, like, I can focus on a single enemy, I see what they're doing, I know how to react to it, or I can learn how to react to it, and it becomes a matter of just executing the plan. You learn the dance, you execute the dance, the boss falls over. I don't like fights that involve multiple enemies because it splits your concentration. Like, I'm always focusing on one or the other and not all of them, so it just kind of overwhelms me. Excuse me for a moment, please. I'll be right back. Case in point.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
It's just going to make him grind in.
Where would our people be without their country?
Not relaxed. My point is that I would rather fight one single ultra hard enemy than 3 hard enemies. I don't like having to split my attention. I can't watch them all.
The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. Now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes?
Hordes?
No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword.
With you at its head.
A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Griga wills it.
This is just a gross grab for power.
Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this.
Man, now I can't look at the dame without hearing, like, huge tracts of land in my head.
Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born. A family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla.
Oh.
Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Okay.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Nord.
That holding your tongue is $50 line really got me.
And there make our stand.
Wow.
Did you hear me? That was an order.
One slight push and you abandon the town.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
That was too easy.
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
Always follow the booty. Wow.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for them?
I had forgotten about Booty.
Unlike the enemy, I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Wait, how do I... Okay. Where did I...
I want steel in the hands of every man.
No, I remember... Okay. Al Capone, I did not remember. I remember a number of the horses' names, not necessarily how they died. And yes, I'm aware that is a callous thing for me to say. Maple stirrups, I think... I remember mayonnaise. Yeah, mayonnaise. That was his name. Yes. No disagreement there.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Oh, is that one on the beach while I was fighting, like, the Pinkertons or, like, one of the rival clans or something? Yes, I remember that. I didn't mean to use it for cover.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
Oh, great work. Look, it's been a long time since my Red Dead 2 playthrough. I can't remember all the horses. I remember at one point when the Outlaws had a Bedrock server, I established a house on stilts, and in the backyard I decided to put a graveyard with a tombstone for each of the horses that I killed in my Red Dead 2 playthrough. Or no. No. That one was XCOM.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Yeah. Matt's got the raw end of the deal on that for sure. I think Matt's was also the first one I accidentally got killed. I ran her across the street while like 4 or 5 different of the aliens had Overwatch up.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I think...
I was really frustrated with XCOM at first. And... like... I played it, I didn't want to play the game anymore, it was really pissing me off, and Fix was the one who had to remind me. It's like Darkest Dungeon. You're not expected to survive your first run, but you learn the game, you get better at it, and then you start surviving.
You both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Oh, this is artificial as hell. There is no way that he's just like, oh, I see the light now. I see how wrong I was. No. People who are that obstinate and stubborn don't just 180 like that. That is not how that works.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision.
Yeah, I don't buy this.
Glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. but I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity, not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it, if only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Huge tracts of land.
We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed.
I like how she shoots me that look walking
these
away
dark
like, oh yeah,
times,
you're getting some tonight.
I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
This
Forgive me for
doesn't
saying so,
happen.
milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Lawyers have a thing where they say that the Perry Mason moment never happens in reality. The moment where on the witness stand that the perpetrator confesses to everything wrong that they've done and expresses remorse and, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. It never happens. That is a Perry Mason moment. It rings false.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm.
Assisted the remaining citizens with finding a new home.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Do you now?
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. that I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Girl, I gotta save the world right now. Ooh, 48. Boom. Another orichalcum. Okay. So that means I can safely craft that wrist piece without risking. That's good. Alright. Let's head back to the hideaway and check the mail, and then we'll call it a night. I don't think I've used any potions, but let's double check.
Clive. Go on then.
No, I'm not selling anything right now.
Is that all?
I like that we're closing up all these side stories, though. Oh. Okay, I can't spend a primitive battle horn. Okay. Oh. I'm in the wrong freaking menu. Okay. Good, 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 good. More defense, but less HP. I don't know the relationship of the two, but I think I'm going to put this on.
It'd last you a good while.
Okay, so now I just need a dark steel, and I'll be good to go. Let's check the mail. Ifrit, you have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Hippocrates, that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though in these past few moons I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Etta seems fond of the silver bow we gave her, so much she's been taking to setting it atop her belly as she rests. Aww. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks something fierce when she does, too. Sounds like we've another fighter in our hands, and none too soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little curse-breaker everything I know. Though I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Thank you, Clive, for indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I am ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page the quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included. It feels a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me, the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. Oh, gosh. Here, not long removed from when you last placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good graces, this time we found strength elsewhere, in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we shall not fret. We will not falter, we will fight, and we will win. Phew. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2. Okay. We've got a new hunt on the board. At least one new hunt on the board. 2 side quests and some hunts. So that gives me some encouragement that hopefully next stream we can get back to the main quest. Rocket did warn me that at the end of the game we would face like a crap ton of new side quests. So hopefully it won't be too much longer before I get to Alien Isolation. What do we got? Knight of the Splendid Heart and the Grim Reaper. Alright. So, we are going to be stopping there for the evening.